Now, as is tradition, Blade.
Oh, elbow time.
Weenus! Alrighty then.
Oh, wait.
Wherever we're at there.
Good time. Very good.
His wife.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Deep Thoughts Whiskey Shots. As always, it's your host, me, the Manila Gorilla, the Albino Rhino, Baby Thor, Maintenance Jesus. That's right, James. Hi, how you doing? And joining me as always, I'll let him introduce himself because the one time I took it, he cried.
That's right. It's country version of the Degenerate Extraordinaire today. Hello. Hi. I spent all day chopping wood and smoking chickens. That's right. I'm going to have a dislocated elbow jerking myself off today.
I was wondering why you had that Quagmire arm going on thing.
Giggity.
Giggity.
Yeah.
So, we made the joke about his wife, but hey, let's give the fans an update. You've been married now for what, like a month and a half? 2 months now? What is it
2
going?
months.
So how's things been going?
It's alright.
Anything for any people thinking about getting married out there for the newlyweds? Anybody?
Be sure you want it. It's hard.
Facts.
It's real hard.
Gets difficult out there. Anything else going on?
Not really. Just kind of steady as she goes until the new year happens. Prepping for all that bullshit.
Well, you know who won't make it to the new year? Oh, Jimmy Carter died.
Man, yeah, I heard that.
That's 100 years old though. At that point, can you really be sad for a man? You know what I'm saying? 100 years. That's a pretty fulfilling life. You know what I mean?
I know that was his goal. I know he had mentioned that in some fucking article whenever he was like 80 something and kind of feeling sick initially. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh no, I got the power of peanut farming, so I think I'm gonna live to 100 years old at least."
He did it.
And then he got older and older. He's like, "God damn it, gotta make it to 100."
Can I please make it to 100? Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. He's one of those guys. I know we were kind of talking off camera about a lot of things, but like Jimmy Carter's one of those presidents and political figures that gets looked back and they're so hated by the way they treated the world or whatever. But domestically, he tried to do a lot of good things. Internal programs, stuff like that, helping people out, shit. So
For a second there, I thought he was looking up porn.
That's beside the point.
That's the new Twitter logo. I forgot, or X. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
X.
All right. Anyways, they just we got we got Spencer's over on Production World. Say hi from way over there. We keep him in a cage today.
That's true.
Say hi from your cage.
He got a little mouthy last time.
Yeah, so we shuttered him up, but he's still here to work, so it's all good.
But we still love him.
So yeah, but no, it's one of those things, obviously he was president before really our time and what we remember and whatnot, but the one thing I do remember is he did try to do a lot of build homes for homeless and for lower income people and try to do a lot of social programs like that. Now whether he went overboard with some things that some people might say versus not being firm enough with overseas type shit, it's kind of, I feel like he was one of those guys that domestically he tried, he just, like everybody, nobody's perfect, you're going to have your faults no matter what,
He definitely seemed like one of those kind of Americans first kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, again, foreign policy is important and kind of dropped the ball on that.
So and unfortunately that can make or break your entire what they remember you for and stuff like that. Because like I said, the one thing I remember him most for is the fact that he was building all those homes and had all those programs and the food programs and a lot of for welfare recipients and stuff like that to kind of broaden all that to help give out more help and aid. But yeah, you can't just fold to terrorism and. Especially that's one thing that we're just not about or for. you don't negotiate with terrorists.
Never.
So yeah, that was one of those things that unfortunately kind of kills a lot of things. But then what's crazy is then you look at the opposite. You look at someone current president elect, not currently in office yet, but Trump.
Yeah.
Where he's been stupid strong foreign fuck y'all, we're gonna do what we want to do, and they still don't respect it.
He also seems to not want us to get any more wars, but
which is crazy too. It's for everybody that wants to try to make him out to be a warmonger, he's not actively doesn't want to be in war or whatever, you know.
But going back to Jimmy Carter, I don't think he was too bad of a president, especially being a peanut farmer.
I mean, humble backgrounds.
Yeah, no kidding, and did pretty good. Didn't rustle any feathers. Didn't really do anything crazy except for the hostage thing. But
then what's crazy is like here's a crazy idea and a thought though, like depending on what side of that you're on, he's a hero. If you're one of the family members of those people, like you don't give a damn. Like, all right, whatever. You brought my kids home or whatever. Like, thank you.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it'd be like whatever. It'd be like, oh, thank you.
Oh no,
Thank you so much, Jimmy Carter.
No, I'm talking about like all the hate where like you folded to foreign terrorism.
Okay.
Like those parents are like, I don't give a damn. Like my son's home or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they're happy about it. Like so those people, he's a hero no matter what. But then there's certain like.
I think it was just the demands is why everybody was so rah against it. I mean,
and I wish we would have done a little bit more into it just to kind of hear some more of like what was part of the demands. Hey, maybe our producer in the background could look up some of the demands of that time, and we can kind of go over that a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, no, I just hey, rest in power. Jimmy Carter.
Rest in power. Peanut farm in the sky.
And all that. I mean, 100 years old. I mean, that's one of those ones. Definitely lived your time. Been sick for a while, but.
I want to try and at least make it to 100, but all the alcohol I ingest says otherwise.
I mean, but look at Keith Richards. He's like 90 something, and he's done nothing but smoke cigarettes and drink every day.
True.
He's also really stupid skinny, but I mean that's probably part of the secret. Cigarettes and alcohol all day, every day, and he'll survive forever. Don't quote me on that one. I am a medical professional. Someone needs to put on that. Not a medical professional.
He doesn't even have a doctor's vest on.
You caught me off guard, sir.
Doctor's vest. I meant doctor's coat.
Sir, you don't even know what you're talking about with my telescope around my neck. I mean stethoscope.
Telescope?
Yeah,
Yar,
buddy.
matey, you've got scurvy. Have a lime. Looking at us.
No, I'm an orange man.
I'm an orange man.
I'm an orange man, damn it. So that kind of goes into a few other things, okay, first off, we're getting crazy. Oh, go ahead.
You made the Department of Education.
See, there you go.
Hey, that's awesome.
That's a thing. What else did he do, Spencer?
Jimmy Carter.
Yay, that's 1 point for Jimmy.
National Energy Policy.
Which, I mean, that could be positive or negative. Oh, by the way, we appreciate your sister-in-law. We got the Snoop on the Stoop cups. Bing! Wish we had a little henny in it, but
Oh, man.
we got the classic Crown and Coke.
If it was Henny, we'd be fucking wrestling.
Well, I mean, once we got done with the cup.
Yeah. Man.
One day that'll be an episode. We'll get on Henny and we'll have a wrestling match.
I miss Vegas.
Oh, God, the Henny. Yes. You got any other facts for us before we go on, Spencer?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
He harvested at least 2 tons of peanuts in his lifetime.
At least. And watch this.
That's a real stat. Look it up.
Watch this like 1.5 they call us liars.
Yeah.
Cancel Blade.
Damn.
Started a trend.
Not the degenerate. Come on, I'm awesome.
He's lovable. He's
Yeah.
a lovable pervert. That's
Yeah.
all. Come on, everybody loves a pervert.
I'm a pervert, but I'm not like a ditty pervert.
I'm not-
That's weird.
He's not the bliddler. He's all right.
The bliddler.
I'm the bliddler.
The bliddler.
Oh, see, this is the weapon of bliddler destruction. Yeah, see, that's the
I
thing.
spit on it and I shove it in orifice.
And that's if he likes you. If he really wants to torture you, there's no spit. And he goes backwards. Point.
Then I
last.
cover it in salsa.
Jesus Christ, my man.
What?
All right, anyway, speaking of crazy and the world's getting there, and we were kind of talking about just the whole political thing. And I know we don't usually like to get too political, but I think it's crazy that, Biden's getting out of office and now he's sending an extra $6 billion to budget aid for Ukraine.
Yeah, I saw that. That's ridiculous.
It's getting to the point now where it's just like you're doing everything you can to make it as difficult as you can for the next guy type shit. That's just kind of what it feels like. Like no matter what side you're on politically, like listen, I was reading a story where they just said the Supreme Court said that Trump's still going to be liable for those sexual assaults. So it's like our president-elect is still going to have sexual assault claims that he's going to have to go through before he even sits in the chair. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy and wild to think about.
So it's like a shiny Bill Clinton is what we got now.
We got more. Yeah, exactly. We wandered around long enough that we found a shiny Bill Clinton in the wilderness somewhere in the concrete jungle.
We threw a fucking master ball and everybody was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!"
Yeah,
given the map.
Yeah,
you know.
There's a Pokemon that I think they based off of fucking Trump, which I think is crazy. That look him up real quick, find his name for me. You know exactly what I'm talking about, producer Spencer. But I don't know if you've seen him, but he's in one of the newer games, and like he literally looks like a standing Trump with the hair and everything. It's just kind of funny. It's like you could tell they definitely were trying to be on one side of the political. What's his name? Yeah, there it is.
Oh hell yeah!
What's his name?
And he's a badger too.
Yeah, it's a political badger.
Fuck yeah.
Young Goose.
Young Goose.
Yeah.
Shout out Young Goose.
Yeah, yeah.
YG.
Young Goose.
Young Goose. Great. Yeah, look at that.
I think that's my favorite new Pokemon.
Save that picture so we can post that in the episode so everybody else can see what we're talking about here
That's
too.
kind of awesome.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, you can't tell me that wasn't like a subtle jab from the Japanese government or whatever.
Behold.
Or even if it was a Pokemon Nintendo, was it San Francisco or whatever? Oh, so
San
No
Francisco.
Americans get to design Pokemon.
for real?
Yep.
Interesting.
It's all Nintendo.
It's,
So but that, I could see. I mean, I don't know.
They always see
you want a
Americans
fun fact,
try.
Nintendo?
So what?
You want a Nintendo fun fact?
Yeah, go ahead.
The only Nintendo IP that didn't have a Japanese release was Kid Icarus on the Game Boy, which is its own original game.
Okay.
But it never came out in Japan. It only ever came out in America. So it was an American published, one of the only few IPs that actually,
Kid Icarus.
for the Game Boy specifically.
Game Boy Color or
I
Advance
don't
or
know.
first one?
I think it's just regular Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
But it's basically Kid Icarus 2.
Interesting.
Never even came out in Japan.
I wish we
That's
we
awesome.
got Earthbound. That was one of those games that I
Yeah.
really
Earthbound 3.
We do?
Yep, that's the one we didn't
That's the
get.
one we don't have.
Oh, we got the other one? That's the one with Ness and Lucas and all that shit?
Then we have 1 and 2 where it's Ness and
Well,
Lucas.
Oh, okay.
Lucas is from 3, I think. That's
He's
the mother
yeah, he's on 3, right?
Yeah, that's
I
the one
thought
that
that
was
was
never released
the dude from
outside
2.
of Japan. I mean, I can look it up.
Shut up, producer. You're in the cage.
I'm confused.
Anyways.
I'm drinking.
Oh, yeah, drinking. Yeah, so I mean, that's God, that takes me down. Like, man, I was talking to my kids the other day and we were just talking about like old video games because I was playing like, they redid, I don't know if you remember, but it was SpongeBob Bikini Bottom something. It was a GameCube
Oh
one.
my
Battle for
god.
Bikini
Battle for Bikini Bottom, yeah. So they redid it, and that was one of those games that I was just like, holy shit, that's fucking fun. Like I just started playing it again. Like it's
Yeah.
definitely not as fun as when I was a kid, you know, and like the GameCube games and all. I could do a double jump, and then it's like we're so jaded by what we could do in games now or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like going down memory lane, like, it's pretty fun.
You know, talking about that, we should get into that. Like, what's your top favorite like games that need to get remade? Like from the
Remade?
like from the old days, like PlayStation, growing up and shit like that. Cause
I want a new Jet Set Radio.
Oh hell yeah,
I want a Jet
Yeah.
Set Radio.
that's cool.
With it, like all new, like you could put a whole new soundtrack to it. You know, like Kendrick Lamar's got to be on there, not like us. Din, 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 while you're skating around, tagging shit up. You know, like I can see that. Couple of
That would be cool.
yeah, you know, you could put a couple of like let's see, another old school game that they could bring back like a Conker's Bad Fur Day, but
Gex!
huh?
Gex!
Wow, yeah.
They did bring
Gex.
that, but I mean, the only thing I have
Yeah.
against Gex, like not even that I have
No.
against it, but like they did the ukulele and all that shit. Like, there's different things that are kind of around that same general. It's not Gex, you know. Obviously, like anybody that knows 90 Kids, if he knows Gex, shit talking fucking Geico commercial guy.
Basically,
It is-
he's
yeah.
a spy.
Spy, yeah,
Gets
James Bond. So basically, the dad of the Gecko for the Geico, his dad was James Bond. That's Gex.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if
exactly.
that's canon now.
I like it. I like that.
that.
I can attest to that. That's true. It's real.
And the mom
See,
is
look, that's
Flo.
2 people.
And the
That's 2
mom is
people.
Flo, which is why he got into the insurance game.
I can attest to this as the Degenerate Extraordinaire. There's some Rule 34 out there.
I'm sure there is.
Trust me.
No,
Trust
no.
me. I've been there. I'm down there in the
Producer,
trenches.
look that up. No,
Don't do it.
Don't
For the
do it.
sake of your fucking
Hard drive.
terminal.
I've already seen enough naked lizards this week.
Whoa!
Nice.
Anyways,
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah, Illuminati
Air
meetings.
5, brother. Woo! Nice.
Yeah, so that's definitely one. Jet Set Radio, that's one of those games that I wish.
Mine's gonna be Legend of Dragoon. Man,
Interesting.
That's
That's
that
interesting.
old school RPG that I used to play and didn't understand, and I really liked the secondary guy named Lance. He had
Okay.
this move called Harpoon,
Okay.
and it was like a interactive RPG. Like think Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
but whenever you would do like your attack, right, you could
Yeah.
do like a square X, and it would do like your special move. And it was like a cheesy style of like they'd shout out the move you just did, so it'd be like bam, 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 And
Yeah.
the dude would always say harpoon really funny. He'd be like,
Harpoon!
harpoon! And I'm like, hell yeah! Like,
I'm out in these streets looking for some harpoon.
harpoon! Yeah, it's just
no.
my favorite fucking thing. And he wasn't even Scottish, but it would sound Scottish.
Well, tell me to get that harpoon. I can't
Harpoon!
do it. Harpoon. Prune. No, another one is I don't a lot of mine are honestly old school Sega games like those old Sonic Sega Team shit. But
Golden Axe.
Skies of Arcadia is one I want remade.
Whoa!
Yeah, Skies of Arcadia.
Wow, yeah.
I'm still looking for that game now. You can't find it on any of like the game stores and shit like that. It's so disappointing. But like, Skies of Arcadia is one of those games that I loved it when I saw it. Like my cousin was kind of a douchebag about it. I wanted to call him a dickhead and a douchebag, but kind of was an asshole about it. So he wouldn't let me play it. He just kind of played in front, and I was like, "You son of a bitch." $350 for a copy of it? Yeah, that's how rare that shit is for the Dreamcast, right? For the Dreamcast, right?
Woo!
For the GameCube, it's that much? Jesus. Hey, we'll talk off camera about how to
300 for the Dreamcast.
300 for the Dreamcast. Yeah.
Speaking of old shit, I found my old Genesis, Sega Genesis, the first generation. So the one that came out in '91.
I'm still mad that my mom gave ours away.
Well, shit, I got that.
And the NES and the SNES.
I've also got the fat PS2, the first generation as well.
I found mine in the room the other day.
Nice.
It's my
I'm
buddy.
I want to keep them, but I don't think they really work anymore. And I'm kind of wanting to donate them to a video game museum or something like that, and see what
That's
kind of credits we can get. Like, cause that'd be cool if I was like, oh yeah,
I
here,
want
take my PlayStation, take my thing.
No, for real. I'm trying to think. There was Jet Set Radio, Skies of Arcadia would be the first two that I would love to see a remake because those are like two of my all-time favorite games. There was another one that it was like God, I can't remember what it was called. And it's so rare. Spencer knows what it is, but it's like this chick that throws cards and they turn into monsters that fight on your behalf. It's like ruined something.
I can find it.
Is
Yeah.
it Dark
It's like Green
Cloud?
Fantasy or
No.
something.
Whoa. Okay.
It's ruined something, but basically
Sounds
you walk
fun.
around you walk around as like this cheerleading. She's not an actual cheerleader, but she looks like got that framed blonde chick or whatever. And you have this like giant rune stone thing that lets you summon creatures to fight on your behalf.
Okay.
So you physically can't fight, but you use cards and you summon these creatures to fight for you, and it's like
So it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
kinda, but
Hey, you really do just need to see. Let me find it.
yeah.
It's very strange.
It's very unique. It's like I'm not saying it's not Yu-Gi-Oh-ish, but it's like so basically it's like did you ever play Yu-Gi-Oh! Fallen Kingdom?
I played Duelist of the Rose.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, but it's like
No,
the one where it had the
Fallen Kingdom
3D 3-on-3
was
battles.
Yeah.
So I mean it's an element of that, but
So
it's like
cool.
okay, so
that was a really fun game.
so it's actually a better way to think about it is actually like some of the newer Pokemon games where you can run around and then just throw the Pokemon out and then they battle.
Yeah.
It's more like that. Like you're running around in the forest and you see like a giant fucking dragon, like it'd be some badass like creatures and shit like that, and then you like start throwing out these creatures to fight for you and just hope to God they're strong enough. Then you could capture some of them if you beat them. Like there's, I mean, it's oh God, Spencer, did you find that game by any chance?
Well, I found the False-Bound Kingdom.
No, yeah, that's the
kinda
one.
what
That's the
you're
one that I
talking about.
played. Yeah, we had that one, but no, that
But it's the same thing as the Duelist of the Rose and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It's just same thing, but back in time, and everybody's a medieval knight.
And that game pissed me off so much that all those ones because I mean I was such a Yu-Gi-Oh fan at the time or whatever that like
Same.
at the like some of the creatures that would be like this is a weak ass card would be some of the best ones to have on your team. You'd be like what in the fuck like that don't make no sense like.
I got another one for you. My number
Okay.
2, right?
Right.
Well, not really number 2, just the second one that I chose.
Yeah.
Eternal Champions.
Okay, I don't remember.
It's a
that
fighting game on Sega Genesis.
One. Is that the one that had like a snowman and shit like that in it? Or
No, that's
that's
Clay
Killer
Fighter.
Instinct. Oh, Clay Fighter.
And
Yeah.
Killer Instinct, yeah. Killer Instinct had an ice alien. He was like a melty
That's right.
ice alien guy.
That's right. That's right.
Killer Instinct's fucking baller too.
They've made a lot of remakes.
They made a
of that one,
remake of it already,
Yeah.
and it's super fun. I recommend you download
Spencer, it's right there. It's that one on the left. That
Oh,
one.
Jesus.
I'm trying.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. What's that called? Sorry, Blade. I saw the picture and I was just like,
Oh!
no. There was one point in time where he was going to get me this game as a Christmas present, like years later, as like a kind of, hey, you remember this? And they were like, yeah, $80. He's like, what the fuck? And like
It
it
was
was
cheap then.
Yeah,
Should have got it.
yeah, no, for real. Same thing with the Skies of Arcadia. There was a time I could have got it for 60. I'm like, this game's like old.
Listen, hold on. While I'm here, mind you, Mario Party 6 is $130.
That was a good Mario Party.
Mario Party 5 is $100.
They got Sonic 2 Battle up there too.
$109.
Hey, they got that. They got that for.
They make that shit anymore though.
No, that's the whole reason why it's so expensive.
Okay.
But that Sonic 2 Battle, you can get it on the Xbox store for $9.99.
This one I am surprised about though.
Soul Calibur 4, that's another one.
What, Metroid Prime?
It's $25.
Well, that was a mass production though. That was one of those.
Yeah,
ones.
that was the one that came with every single like Christmas bundle.
It was like with the. It was like one of the GameCube.
that and Mario
bundles.
Sunshine.
And Luigi's Mansion.
This is actually for.
I didn't get the Luigi's
Well, what's
Mansion
it? What's it right there, dude? You
I
can't
tried
just
to
see
go to
the
website. I can't see it. It's something Kingdom too.
Rune. I think
Is
it's
it Lost
Rune.
Kingdom?
Lost Kingdom 2, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. All I know is that was one of those games that was really badass and cool.
Okay.
You know, Sonic 2 Battle was great. I love that game.
Oh man. But
I love Sonic 2 Battle. That was like one of my favorite Sonic games.
You like a third of the game.
No, wait, which part don't I like?
You don't like the mechs.
I don't mind the mechs.
You like the treasure hunting levels?
I like that. I like that everything is. I like that it's a different level of Sonic where you're not just 2D side scrolling and shit like that.
it was variety too, because
Yeah.
I remember playing that game too. It was
like
fun.
Like the same reason why I liked. Did you ever play Sonic Heroes?
Yes.
I like Sonic Heroes for the same reason. It was something different. You get a variety of things. It wasn't the same old, you know what I mean? Like, I like it when there's, like, Sonic 2 Battle was cool because not only could you do the basic shit, but then you could turn around and you could raise the little Chow creatures if you wanted
Yeah.
to, spend time there. There was you could actually play multiplayer and race each other and shit like that, which is pretty cool in my opinion. You know, and like, there's a lot of stuff too. Like, that was just one of those games to me that was damn near complete, especially for the time.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that was back in the day. Like whenever we were growing up, they actually released games with everything on there, and you didn't
And
have
that was
to
one of the
buy
ones
it.
you get for free too. That's what's
Yeah.
crazy is you get that one with a bundle. I think that was like my very first game I ever got. That
That's
and Sunshine.
Nice.
I got Mario Sunshine and Sonic 2 Battle on the GameCube, and I remember because that was my first time I had gotten like a modern system, I guess you could say. Well, I'll take that back. I got the 64. Yeah, that's Lost Kingdom
That
1.
was crazy.
Yeah, Lost Kingdom 2. Yeah, you gotta look that up. But it's basically like that Paul World, Pokemon open world, but you can't fight yourself. So like, you gotta hope these creatures defend you, and each creature's got like it'll aim for the person, it'll aim for the summoner, it'll aim for the like they're all different. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of strategy to it. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
Have you ever played? Oh shit, I forgot the name of it. Parasite Eve.
No.
Man, that's right. It's one of those horror RPG games where
I
it's
love
like
horrors.
imagine Resident Evil mixed with Final Fantasy,
Okay.
and you
Interesting.
yeah.
There you go. There's a little. So that's kind of what it looked like right there, Blade.
Oh, that's cool. Was it on Sega Saturn?
I think originally the first one was on Dreamcast, but that one's for the GameCube. No, that's the first one. The second one was for GameCube, and I had the second one.
Dreamcast is what I meant. Saturn is different.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of looks like it right there. That looks like a better angle. Whoa!
Whoa!
You gotta get us demonetized.
Oh God, no!
Yeah, so you see like the little
Bing,
creatures be
bing.
jumping at. I wish this person would summon something so you could see how that shit would work, you know? But like, yeah, so like.
No, I kind of see the cards there. The 4 cards there. You
Yeah.
summon some shit. And they
So
pop
depending
out.
and you have different ones where like sometimes you summon the card, sometimes it's like a direct attack that they're just
That shit looks like Dynasty Warriors with extra steps.
basically in a weird way. Yeah. But
I love
like
Dynasty Warriors.
that just got overplayed for me. There's just too many of them at this point. It just was so much like
Parasite Eve needs a remake. Just
Okay.
like the Resident Evil games that they've done.
Resident
If-
Evil 4
If they
was
mix
pretty
those,
good.
like, yeah, if they do Resident Evil 4 graphics, right, but with Parasite Eve gameplay, like, I think that'd be fucking awesome. Or if they do the whole, how Final Fantasy VII remakes combat is different now, where you're actually moving around and doing cool shit and charging up stuff, and shit looks cool now.
That's the reason why I like that Skies of Arcadia game, because in the background, like the other guys wouldn't be just standing there; they'd be swinging at each other, just
Yeah.
missing until it's their turn, and then you actually hit or
Yeah.
miss or whatever, you know. So yeah, I always like that. So speaking of games, and we're talking about all the good games that kind of were promising. And real quick, I took the family to go see a Sonic 3 movie.
Oh man, I haven't seen it yet. Don't
I'm
spoil
not gonna
it.
spoil it. I'm just saying I love it. I personally love it.
Fuck
And
yeah.
we were talking about the Sonic 2 battle. Like there was so many there's so many Easter's. If you know Sonic, there's so many Easter eggs to it. And like if you're a Sonic fan, it's just like
Nice.
Like, you know, it's a lot of shits like that. And then I don't know how much of a spoiler that is, but they play a certain song, Spencer, that me and you used to rock out all the time. And I remember when it came on in the theater, I was literally just. I just remember Steph being like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "That's the coolest song ever. Mind your business." But like,
Me and the wife are gonna go see that movie tomorrow.
okay, then
So
yeah.
I'll geek out with you.
Next
tomorrow.
episode we'll talk
Next
about
episode
it.
we'll talk about it. That's what my plan was.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to see it today, but then all the card fraud stuff happened today.
Oh yeah. You tell me about that.
But as the Degenerate Extraordinaire, I'd like to say this out here and say it proudly that I am a Sonic fan. I like
Proud and loud.
I love Sonic. Sonic
Gotta
is so
go fast.
Cool. It's fun. The games are fun.
Oh yeah.
I grew up playing Sonic. I remember reading the comics. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And often,
That's the song.
often, you know what gets stuck in my
Alright,
head?
you're gonna demonetize
Fucking
us.
City Escape.
Not video game music.
Really?
I'm gonna keep this whole thing going.
Yeah, but they put it in a movie now.
Who cares?
Really?
You're
Yeah.
fine.
You spoiled it. You bastard.
That's what I said. Turn it off so it's not spoiling anything. But he's fucking running it. Anyways.
What? I love that song though.
But
like
no.
that and City Escape.
Now I will say there are certain things. City Escape's a good one too. Now I will say there are like certain things that they changed. Obviously they couldn't do the whole game because they don't have 16 hours to do a movie. But like there's a lot of parts where you're like,
Oh, and by the way,
that's
I'm
cool.
talking like everything. Like Rule 34, awesome.
He's a fan of all things Sonic.
Fucking, oh yeah.
Rolling around it. Yeah,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that too loud?
And
No.
what I think is cool too is
Nice.
like my son has become a huge Sonic fan, so that's something that we could talk about a lot of shit. It's kinda
Hell
cool,
yeah.
too. Like little Zachy loves Sonic. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I
Oh.
love that he does that.
Oh yeah, he's into. So that was one. So those are all the positive things we're talking about. Now I gotta talk about one disappointing thing I've seen. Did you watch the original Squid Games?
No,
No. You have any interest in them at all?
not really.
All right. Spoiler alerts,
It's
motherfuckers.
Korean drama.
The first season of Squid Games was good. I'm not gonna lie, the first season was good. You know, I like the concept of people that were crazy in debt, where they're talking like 100 million, 200, 300 million dollars. Like, you will die because you owe this money to gangsters level threat.
Yeah.
Pull you to the side. Hey, listen, you're gonna die anyways. Play these games. Blah blah blah. I like that concept. That's a cool thing. It's like death
Make it
games.
entertaining, huh?
Yeah, like the first season. Like, listen, the first season was good. I'm not gonna take nothing away from the first season. This second season, disappointing as a motherfucker. I legit feel like we waited 2 years for this bullshit. Like, it didn't end. It's like legit. It was one of those things where, as a sequel, I really was thinking. There's one question I wanted to pose to you guys as well. But like,
Movie critic James over here. He's
Well,
like,
TV show
TV
critic,
show. TV critic James.
But like, dude, they fucked so much potential up. Okay, so like in the first one, there's a lot of backstabbing, and the games are all cool and they're all unique for the first
whoa,
one.
whoa, whoa! Spoilers.
After 3 years, figured out. So, spoiler alert for the first season of Squid Games 3 years ago. But,
Looking out for you guys there.
yeah, you know. But like, you know, there's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of that. Like, it actually is more like an experiment of the human mind. You know, if you put somebody in a position where they could win billions of dollars, are they going to start turning and killing each other when the lights go out? And there's a whole bunch of things to it that makes you really think about it, right?
That sounds like Danganronpa.
Well, listen, I'll just tell you, since you don't have really any interest in,
Danganronpa.
but there's one of the games that they call it the lights out game. And literally one of the things is like, so many of the people in their lunch, they got knives, or so many people in their lunches, they got forks. And they don't tell nobody nothing, but they're like, lights out. And then the people are starting to lose their mind because they want to hurry up and win this money. Like, well, if I kill them, there's no penalty. So then they just start stabbing people when the lights go out, start killing each other, you know, blah, 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 blah. So like, it like really makes you think the human mind type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you
That's fucked up.
develop, like, yeah, like these people, like, bro, there's one of them where like, so
I would still use a fork to stab. I'm just saying.
well, I mean, that's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, they stabbing these dudes in the neck. Like, the guys are like, the women are weak. Let's kill them. Like, they lose their fucking mind, bro. Like, they literally.
Yeah,
go-
you're right. And then once the first dude goes for a woman, you stab that guy in the fucking neck.
You know, but like as a moral person, yes. But when you're in that situation and they're looking up and they're like, man, I keep almost dying if I just kill these broads. That's.
Oh
400
no, I wasn't thinking morally. I was thinking tactfully. I was like, yeah,
that too.
I agree. You go first. Get
Yeah.
that bitch. Ah, boom. And then he's like, okay, cool. One, and then I get the other one.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I won't kill
don't-
the woman, but I'll
yeah,
kill you.
I don't feel bad, and I feel good because I fucked that guy up.
I'm the hero. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm justified.
So like that part's cool, and then there's parts where it's like, you know, the women are trying to fuck some of the dudes to get on their good. You know, it's that whole. Basically, if you throw money into a bunch of orangutans and they figure out how to spend it, there's that chip experiment.
Do you remember Battle Royale?
Kinda, yeah.
It's basically that.
So yeah, but but that concept where, you know, people are fucking frightened, people are getting shot literally in front of them. It's like, oh, you failed a kids game. You couldn't jump rope before 100 times. Bang, and people are like, oh god, I'm next. Fuck. Like a lot of the psychological shit's cool. Like I like that in the first season. Second season, they try to turn it into Korean John Wick. Like, I can't. Like, so basically, again, spoilers alert. The guy that
The
wins
wrong guy owed the wrong people money, and he went into the right game.
Dude, it's not even that. The guy who won the first season, this is where it's stupid. The guy who won the first season got $45.6 billion. And he couldn't live a good life because he was like, oh, those people died, and I got this money, and this money is really supposed to be for everybody, and da-da-da-da. So his whole thing is he wants to go ruin the games, cancel the games, and everything. They keep telling him, bro, go enjoy your money. You're not big enough to run. This is Illuminati level shit. Go away. You're not good enough for this. Leave. Don't listen. And basically at the end, you get to see like 3 games, and the guy's been held at gunpoint. And you're like, oh, that's nice. And it literally, it's one of those shows where like the season ends, and it's like, I hope you had fun playing Hero. Credits. And you're like, so what the fuck happened? Like, did they end up killing him? Did they just take a prisoner?
Maybe that's
like,
the beginning of season 3, and then
Well-
Obi-Wan Kenobi shows up and cuts an arm off from the gunman, and, you know, he becomes a Jedi.
well, this is what's so funny about it is like the overwhelming reaction to the way it ended was so fucking negative that the creators had to be like, yes, there's a season 3. We'll continue within this year. Don't worry.
Oh, cool.
Like, because it, like, dude, like the ending was
Obi-Wan Kenobi's gonna be there.
Dude, the ending was such like, but that makes me think. So, like, what other like things that had so much hype? You know what I mean? That just were major disappointments for you. Like, what was one of those things that like?
Well, that kind of just happened with the current anime right now.
Which one?
Don da Don.
I heard a lot of people. I ain't seen that one, but I heard a lot of people say it's
Really
so
good.
great. So,
But the last episode had me just be like, what the fuck? Because it's damn near like the main chick, like, is about to get molested. And then
Oh,
they
wow.
just end.
oh, that's nice. Okay.
But I
sounds-
read the
Damn.
manga ahead. I was like, all right, she's fine.
Couldn't live without knowing. Yeah.
I was like, but that's fucked up. Like, I don't want to.
Just building that anxiety until next season, son.
What about you? Can you think of something that's kind of like that? The hype.
Oh, the last season of Game of Thrones.
I've never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones, but that did have that level of hype where everybody was so pissed. Like, a lot of people were saying that they complete, like, the whole series for 8 seasons, 7 were amazing, and then season 8 ruins the whole thing. And, like, that's crazy if you think about how can you be great for 7 years and then year 8, the ending, everybody's like, fuck this
I mean,
entire
really,
series.
really any franchise that lasts longer than it should, you know?
That's true.
Like, go to Fox. Basically anything on there.
I feel like a lot of things, like, there's even, like, some old school, like, radio shows and stuff like that are still going on nowadays that's, like, disappointing.
Howard Stern.
I didn't say anything, but I was such a big Howard Stern fan in like the 90s and 2000s and shit like that. And I like go back and listen to even some of the early 80s shit when he was real raunchy and shit. It's like now all he wants to do is like interview people. And it's like, that's cool, but it's not the same, you know, like.
I figured it out. It's a most recent thing because like I'm typically a glass half full kind of guy. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, that part wasn't very good.
Right now
but
it's a problem.
overall, you know, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's the Junji Ito Netflix thing because I really like Junji Ito because he's
What's
got
that?
creepy manga
Okay.
like art stuff like the.
What's the art?
You need to see this.
Okay.
It's-
Pull up something for me.
Are you gonna?
Barnyard
Are you doing
store,
it?
dollar
Junji
store,
Ito?
Jamie.
Hell yes, it's gonna look, man.
Okay.
That stuff was crazy. I remember going through one of the bookstores and their manga and their.
So what was
And I
disappointing
found
about
that.
it?
This is like the most famous pick.
So it was disappointing
wow.
because they didn't pay their animators, right? So the first 2 episodes are fucking amazing. They're beautiful,
I've heard about that.
and then after the second episode turns to shit because they didn't
Really?
pay the fucking studio.
That's crazy.
So they put all their fucking effort in these first 2 episodes, and it looks beautiful and amazing. Fuck yeah, that's the shit.
So it's like some,
the spiral, the wheel. I think it's the spiral.
So like, what's the point of these weird? Are they demons? Are they creatures? Like, what's the?
It's some weird, crazy shit that happens in the world. It's like a Japanese eldritch being,
Okay.
and like the first one is the spiral, where somebody gets obsessed with a spiral. Yeah, Uzumaki.
Oh.
Fuck yes, that's the shit right there.
That makes a lot of sense though, because Naruto Uzumaki symbol
Yeah.
was a spiral.
Indeed.
It was actually.
I'll put that together. Yeah, that
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
That does sound.
That's actually
pretty
kind of
cool.
like, I love it when I find shit out like that. Whenever from one anime that I thought it was just like I thought it was a made up Japanese thing for just one show, and the next thing you know, it's like, no, this is just lore. It's like,
So like, there's the first part of it is like the grandfather gets obsessed with spirals, starts drawing them and drawing them and drawing them and drawing them everywhere and everything and every stuff, and every time there was no spirals, he'd get freaked out and be like, oh, the spiral. And then one day everybody woke up and went to his fucking study where he's typically at,
Yeah.
and he himself was cramped into a fucking spiral, face starting from the center with a grotesque smile, just going woo like a demon cinnamon roll.
interesting. that sounds like what's that artist that was it Denali or some shit like that, where he drew like the weird creatures.
Salvador Dali,
Yeah,
yes.
that guy, like the creatures eating people, like it was the creatures of his depression or drug use or some shit like that.
I think that was somebody else, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah. It's like the real famous one is like that weird demon looking thing was got like a woman half in his mouth and it's supposed to be
Yeah, it's like a
symbolism.
bird. It's a bird with a human body,
Something like that, yeah.
and it's got like bulbous, like it's like a baby bird
Yeah,
with a
it's
human
real
body.
big. It's like
Yeah, and it's
Eating
like
something.
yeah, it's got two fucking
Yeah.
hands on the fucking body that's already been bitten.
Yeah.
It's a gnarly man. Yeah, that's
yeah, level
good
of
shit right there. Yeah, so I think that's the first couple of episodes.
Nope, this is the second one. Yeah,
So they just legit just didn't pay their animators and it fell to shit. Damn, this shit looks old as fuck.
like, look, hold on,
Ooh!
hold on.
It's bad. It's bad. It's
Look at
real
that
bad.
Slide. Look at that slide. Look at that.
Oh, smooth punch.
Hell yeah.
See how bad his hand looked though? His hand was huge on the way back.
It looks like we're back in the 80s.
For real.
We're fucking
So
watching
they just did-
Akira, original Akira. Fuck yeah, is that the snail? They presented him with the fucking snail.
Anyways, so they
That's
just.
not our fucking son. No, it's your fucking son. Ah!
It's a snail!
Father!
Oh shit, okay. So they just. So it was one of those things that had unlimited potential and they just didn't pay the animators, right?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's fucking whack.
You know, I kind of feel that way, like in a modern day thing, like Euphoria. I don't know if you guys ever watched any of that, but like that shit had potential. It was very weird, very like modern day, liberal California level type shit. You know, drugs, transvestite, sex, all that, blah 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 blah. But like, it was one of those shows that like literally all the actors got big and or died and or didn't want to do the show anymore after the last season. So it's been like 3 years.
Oh, is that the 3 people who have passed away? Like, they were 22, 23, 24?
Well, I know one of the guys that played the dude named Fez. He died recently, and then I think maybe one other one died, and then they basically all just kind of like found other jobs after that and didn't want to do Euphoria no more. So it's just kind of nobody's been doing it level of shit. I got it. Yep.
Thank you.
Once again, I'm your hero.
Check your phone, James. I sent you something.
Excuse me, guy.
What to do?
Doing the gassiest thing that I can. Oh no, he's got drumsticks and I'm worried.
All right, let's see what producer Spencer sent me. But yeah, that was one of those shows that it seemed like it had an unlimited amount of potential.
You guys are
and,
rambling. Get with it. Am I right?
Surprised me and drinking whiskey. Oh, news break.
Oh. Oh.
Finally, this is some stories that people on this podcast want to hear. There's a lot of benefits to drinking whiskey in moderation, of course.
I do it in moderation.
Did you know it helps with your digestion?
No, but that's kind of why. That's kind of cool though, because I do eat it whenever I eat like steaks and shit like that. Go out to eat with my mom or some fancy people.
Additionally, there's antioxidants in whiskey that can help soothe the stomach and reduce inflammation, making it a great after-dinner drink.
Fuck yeah, it's basically a pomegranate.
Dun 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 dun.
Nice. That scared me. You fuck.
Let's
You can see the fucking camera. I'm gonna be like.
You know, whiskey can help you relax? No
Yeah.
shit.
What? Really? It fucking gets me all fucking hyped. Makes me want to punch people.
Whiskey can be good for your heart.
I believe that.
Just the antioxidants, reduction of stress, It also helps the risk of heart disease by reducing the buildup of plaque in your arteries.
Damn.
Increasing your
Wow.
levels of good cholesterol. That's crazy. Whiskey's
Good cholesterol. It's good for you.
Whiskey's good for you. Let
You
me
hear
take
that,
a
wife?
sip. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a health freak.
Well, your HDL is good for you, I believe.
What is it?
HDL and LDL cholesterol. Like cholesterol in the eggs is good for you. It actually helps with blood clots.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you have like your omegas ratios, if it's too way out of whack, then it's bad. It becomes toxic. Same thing with cholesterol. That's when it actually starts to clog the arteries.
Apparently, whiskey is good for your mental clarity and brain flow because the antioxidants help reduce anything clogging your brain neurons. Interesting.
That's cool.
And
That's a
then-
good excuse.
Of course, the
It
last
helps
one.
me think better, goddammit. It's true. Science says so.
I drive better after the whiskey.
It's got antioxidants like a pomegranate.
Son of a bitch.
You fucking un-American liberal.
You American commie
I'm just
motherfucker.
kidding. Playing a character. We love you. He looks
Yeah.
scared.
Remember, 2 grains of salt, 2 jackasses. whatever
Especially
it is we
now.
say.
2 grains of salt.
Two jackasses, 2 grains of salt. That's the new T-shirt we're going to start making.
Just wait until you see the other thing. Oh,
We're not even done yet.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's good to know. So whiskey's good for you. So also, since we were talking about earlier the government shit, did you see that the Treasury got hacked?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, buddy.
Did that like
Apparent-
happen today or yesterday?
Of December 8th. So it was
that was a while ago.
recently. Yeah, pretty recent. They called it a major incident. Apparently somebody came in and was a
What's that for?
oh no, Spencer just dropped some ice and walked away. That's kind of weird.
Salt.
Oh, salt. Oh yeah, 2 jackasses
Oh,
and a bowl of salt.
yeah, that's a lot of salt. Damn.
That's about what you need. There it is. Oh, rub it on your gums. Be a man. Boost your cholesterol. Be a man. Anyway,
Sodium levels, sir.
so yeah, so they were
Shoulder
saying
roof.
that the Treasury was actually hacked from the inside from an internal workstation by a what they called a Chinese secret actor. So yeah, it's one of those things where
Ranch codes.
Anybody
Anybody got the ranch codes?
yes, but for our money. Anybody got the bank account?
Anybody got the fucking the cryptocurrency?
The crypto coin.
Got the fucking Bitcoin?
That's and then Hawk Tua lady, she's going to jail because
Anybody
of
got
this.
the Hawk Tua coin?
Hawk Tua coin?
You want to talk about that? Yeah, there it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, congratulations!
What's this got to do with anything? Yep. Haha, Butch.
Oh.
So once again, Seth MacFarlane knew before we did.
Boy, oh boy, I'm more racist than I thought.
No, you're not.
I said launch codes.
You said what?
He says it's launch codes.
No, he says raunch codes.
No, he says launch codes. See, you're also racist.
Hey, I just found a really cool feature I can use.
What's that?
I can set up samples in this.
That's
Hooray.
awesome.
I can have a soundboard if you want.
So you can clip things? That's wonderful.
That's
I
what
love
we
it.
need.
Do it.
We
Do
need
it.
it. Do it.
Do all that.
Do it.
Teach me how to do it. Anyway, teach me how to
All
Dougie.
right, so there's that. Teach me how to Dougie. Anyways, so yeah, U.S. Treasury got hacked, but now on a very, I like to.
Yay! Money is a false thing nowadays.
So here's the thing. So I do like to go into one like kind of serious.
It's all about
conversation.
spiritual and character value. Anyway, I'm sorry to
You have
interrupt.
none. Yes, you. You have none. You watching me? I know you right
But you're
there.
pointing at the dog for a second.
You right there have none. He has none.
I have a
Anyways.
lot. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Hey, see, there it is. He's
I'm
all
so
over the
rich, but they don't accept my fucking character.
They don't accept moral values. for
That's
money.
true. I'm like, excuse me, insurance company. Will you
Okay.
please accept
All
honor?
Shut the fuck up. All right.
Damn. All right. Damn.
All right, so
All you had to
every
say was
epi-
please.
Every episode, I try to have at least one serious conversation where we try not to make too many jokes about what we eventually can't keep ourselves
Damn it.
together.
Okay. What is it?
So, but here's something to think about. Okay, we make all the jokes about the launch codes and all that shit, right? But the idea that somebody has actually from the internal on a workstation, so that's not somebody like hacking through externally, going through firewalls, this and that, blah blah. Somebody made it through the background check processing, the whatever else you got to go through, all the levels of security to get in. You know what I mean?
You're
Like-
about my answer to this, like, cause I feel like I know where this is going.
Well, this is, well, two parts, I guess. What would be, okay, so once again, as we've said before, we don't get too deep into it, but he's military man, he's worked government, he has a different way of thinking about a lot of things. So that being said, what would be your answer to security seeing this now?
Well, I think the issue right here is I hate to go back to the political thing. That's why I'm like, oh man, I fucking hate this.
This is something that's happening in the world, you know what I mean?
It kind of goes back to that fucking what is it? The fucking inclusive hire shit.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, we need this person, this person, this person. They need to be this person, this person, this person, right? Oh no.
Okay.
Oh
Howard
no.
Stern. Yeah.
But
So much for the serious topic.
yeah,
This
I
asshole
know.
producer.
But
over
that I think that's why this kind of stuff happens, is because you don't have the right people in
You're
the right
meeting a
positions.
quota as opposed to meeting like
Exactly.
qualifications. And he's Hispanic, ladies and gentlemen, so
Yeah, look,
suck our asses.
Look, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like, if you put me in a spot, like, okay, if you put me as archaeologist, head archaeologist,
Right.
what the fuck do I know about archaeology? Is
Right.
it just because my last name is Esparza?
was
You
like,
know
what the
this shit.
fuck?
It's
Like-
your culture. Go for it.
Yeah,
What the
like-
fuck, dude?
Yeah, like I was born in America, motherfucker. I don't know shit about mine, whatever. You know.
I have a general studies in science. What
Yeah.
the fuck? What happened?
I get what you're saying. That's like just pulling any kind of white guy and then being like, "Hey, he's the Norwegian fucking history Viking expert." It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know shit about
So,
that stuff. or
like,
whatever,
I
you
think
know?
that's really what it is that there's
you-
just not people qualified to do the fucking specific jobs, and
Right.
a lot of people don't understand that those jobs are kind of important.
You need specialized people to be
Like,
high level.
real important, especially if you need to vet somebody, and if you, man,
That's a good point too, because if you,
it's fucking crazy. It's just crazy to me, man.
because it is a crazy thing to think about. Because apparently the man was American born. Apparently his background, everything passed.
That's how it
for-
happens.
But that's also been a thing. So like, you know, getting into it, like I think they were saying something in New York, like 15% or 25% of all free real estate is owned by the Chinese government.
Oh, man. I'm getting to, the whiskey's getting to me now.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I could feel it. I could feel the whiskey getting to me on this fucking actual deep thought.
Let me channel my what's his name and let him rest in power too. But Larry King. So, Mr. Sparks,
Oh no.
what would you say the U.S. government's gonna do to get past? I think that's more like a fucking who is that? Nixon.
I don't know. That's a fucking ghoul right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I'm talking to a ghoul.
This motherfucker's practicing
Monkey
shit on our
ghoul.
podcast. Anyways, but that's one of those things that is kind of a crazy idea to think about. Like, because you have to hit a quota, you have to have so many Asian Americans, so many Mexican Americans, so many
I don't
African
think you have to. Honestly, like, I think you should do away with that. It's
No,
not.
no, but I'm saying, like, according to your theory, you're saying, like, because you had to hit that quota, that allows other countries to loophole themselves into our work situations because they have to hit a quota for high-ranking jobs and shit like that. That's what you're
Right.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, and it also transgresses into like doctors and shit. Like, if you want to really get into it. And
Well, you know
stuff
what's
like
crazy,
that.
too?
Do you really want fucking?
Yeah.
You want me to work on your heart?
I know.
I'll work on your heart.
Yeah, but you carry a gun. You just shoot it.
And I wouldn't do that.
I would try. I wouldn't try very hard, but I'd try.
I would just like, okay, is it the red wire or the blue wire? Blue wire. Okay, blue wire. No, it was a question.
I do think at some point in time we've kind of lost the idea of like the most qualified, the winner wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've kind of got into this like participation trophy attitude.
I think that's where it starts too.
Yeah.
But now I'm turning into a boomer. Okay.
Well, and that happens to everybody. They say when you're young, you're always like fucking like liberal and fucking crazy ideas, and then as you get older, you realize the world for like, hey, sometimes there's structure and
Right.
what I earn is what I want. You know.
Well,
type
okay.
shit. Hold on, producer Spencer's got a message.
Republicans were liberal at one time.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
just didn't stick with the times.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like eventually, everybody's gonna change. Like what you think is
yesterday's liberal is today's Republican.
right. So
Yes.
all you people now that are like so left wing, liberal, this and that, whatever. The
more
next
politicals.
generation, the next generation is gonna sit there and look at y'all as like fucking like Ronald Reagan level shit. Like it's gonna happen to you too. Like you're gonna be looked at as the fucking evil party as well.
It's just it's a constant juxtaposition.
But like I kind of get where you're coming from, and I kind of agree with that because like there is certain levels where it's like, you know, there was times where even in the construction field they try to be like, you have to have so many women working. And it's like, look, no disrespect, but you can't even carry this shit. Like unless you bring in like some really, you know, again,
A
to
dyke
check
with
that's-
dykes.
yeah, like you know, a man's man amongst women's type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like There was time, like, listen, there was times
Oh, boy.
where, listen, here's just a quick story. There was a time on the construction field when we were doing sheetrocking and painting. He had to be able to lift heavy shit, working hard and all that shit like that. This lady who was formerly a stripper wanted to get out of that and have a hard earnest living. That's cool. You weigh 100 pounds. You're not lifting these 50 pounds.
So you go into
stuff like that.
construction. Hey, I weigh as much as the things that I have to use as tools.
And that was where it was like that's where one thing I did like about the construction field. It was like, no, fuck you. We're just gonna hire whoever's gonna fucking willing to work. But like at the end of the day, like shit like that, where they try to impose that in those kind of fields, it's like, no, like this lady can't do what I do, and you're telling me it's just she weighs 100 pounds on 300 pounds. Like it's just
kind of different if it's like an electrical engineer or a welder
Yeah,
or like
a
a
super
special.
job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
like
a
a super
specialized kind
high-tech-
of fucking bullshit.
Like, yeah, she might be able to climb up and down the ladder and paint and stuff like that, but like,
Yeah.
she could be able to carry the 5-gallon buckets up 3 flights of stairs and this and that. Like, there's
Right.
a lot of physical aspects
Given
to the
that,
job.
like, all right, I know you could probably carry more than 3 things of sheetrock, but it's like you carry 3, you carry 3, I carry 3. She's carrying 1.
half of one or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, okay, this ain't cool. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
everybody's
having to
working-
use the little what is it? The little the caster.
yeah, little
yeah.
dollies and all that
Yeah,
shit.
put
but-
the fucking caster down.
Don't
Take
work
time to
too
do
well on
that.
stairs.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it
the
does
thing.
not.
You got to muscle that shit up. But that is actually a way. I haven't even thought about that because, like, even if you think about a lot of times in school, like ADHD has been diagnosed so crazy, like recently. But like when we were kids, it was more like, nah, focus, motherfucker, and like you just kind of learned to focus. It was mostly like, hey, like I look at like, okay, it's like one of my
Mr.
daughters.
Granddad.
Hold on. Is it that South Park episode?
Yeah, sit down and fucking study. Yeah, but listen, I'm not saying be abusive to kids or nothing like that, but there is a little bit of like you don't have to coddle everything that fucking walks. Like, you know, if we really were in nature, that would be the one that died first. You know what I'm saying? Like the one that can't survive is the one that's gonna die.
I
What?
really say that in front of Ringo.
Yeah, but he could survive if he had to. He's just been coddled for too long.
But he got bad hips now.
Yeah, now he's got to be coddled.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Ringo.
So fuck you, man. Ringo the dog.
I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. I love you
Oh
guys.
shit, charming.
Oh god.
Oh, girl.
Whoa. Shadow
Hey,
clone.
come chime in with me, Spencer. Here we go. Checking in. All right, Spencer. So getting into something else. Did you notice that? Have you read that the norovirus is at an all-time high?
I don't even know what that is.
Basically, it's just the winter cold bug. You know.
Oh,
Win-
okay. So the
winter-
flu.
It's not the flu. It's like whenever you're like a 24-hour bug. You know.
Oh, I'm
like-
sorry, COVID.
No, no. You know, it's one of those-
Tag in.
Hey, Tiger, somebody help! He's gonna get us canceled.
How racist can I be in the next minute?
So basically, it's
I'm
called.
rolling. Oh shit, that was a 19.
Oh god, we're in trouble. So apparently, this year, the number for December cases alone has doubled. It's basically called the Norwegian winter virus, or the Norwegian vomiting virus. And this is whenever you wake up and you just feel like shit, you start throwing up and shit like that. I think that's ransacked my family pretty hard recently. But have you been feeling any different? You been feeling fucked up, anything like that?
I mean, so this is how it feels, huh? I mean, I was pretty hungover this morning, but I don't
That's
think that.
different.
I don't think that.
Like even the Dallas Mavericks team, they went through a little spot where they're like undisclosed illnesses ramaging through the fucking team locker room and stuff like that.
I got it a little bit when it started getting cold, but I think that's just like general bullshit. Starting to adjust to it. I got real sick, but I was working like do a gig, get home at 3, wake up at 6 in the morning to go do
no
UNT.
sleep.
I was like, Jesus.
Yeah,
So I just got myself ran down. I don't think it was any sort of particular like disease or anything.
Well, it's a virus.
That's
so-
what you've been dealing with.
Yeah, no, I think I had a case of that like earlier this morning because I woke up just vomiting and shitting myself, and like I think to an extent some of those little 24-hour bugs are some of the worst sicknesses you could even get. Like it just like you get ramsacked for 24 hours just being fucking didn't even tag in. What an ass! And like you get ransacked for 24 hours whenever you don't
We can
even.
see this.
You're sitting there dehydrated, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then, but like, it's
Your
one of
fault.
those. It's one of those things. Like I'd almost rather be like sick than have like a 24-hour bug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In certain aspects, because you're shitting yourself, you're vomiting all over the place. You can't eat, can't sleep.
I don't think it's ever been that bad for me. I think the worst it's ever been was like legitimate horrible food poisoning from chicken.
Nah, that's one of the worst. Food poisoning is bad.
I had that when I was like, we were living at our second house.
yeah.
I I would wake up every 3 hours, turn over and throw up and go.
I think
right
I
back to
remember
sleep.
that. I think I remember when you had that because that shit hit you and mom
It
pretty
was
bad.
no, not mom, because we
Mom.
had Subway. I think I even talked about it on this show.
I think we did 2 earlier episodes. Watch them all over again.
I'm surprised I still eat Subway from time to time, but
I mean, that's why I don't get chicken at like music festivals or anything
I
like
stopped
that.
getting chicken altogether.
That's why I don't get chicken at gas stations.
Unless I'm eating or making it,
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
No,
I'll
I
trust
get
beef.
it.
I won't do fish. Like that's one of the reasons I won't
What?
get fish anywhere for that exact same reason.
Why?
Unless I cook it. Unless I cook it, I don't do fish because I feel like you can get sick real easy on that shit.
Only sushi,
I won't do
because
it.
I know they'll prepare it correctly.
I love that
Right.
website. That's my favorite website. Only Sushi.
I think that's some gay shit.
Fuck. Let's find out.
Hey, no. roll the dice.
Roll the dice if it's gay shit. Odds are straight, evens gay.
It's fucking not gay as fuck.
Alright, good. So it's
It's a
Japanese.
nat 20, by the way.
So it's probably some shit where it's probably like some Japanese girls being covered in sushi, I'm sure. So
Fuck, that'd be. I mean, that'd be nice.
You're a married man, sir.
I know,
Still nice to look at.
but I can be traveler.
I don't like sushi, so it's okay. So
I
it's
love
alright.
sushi
No.
and pussy.
I'm-
Like,
Well, put together, Blade. Is it a taste you want together?
I mean, I eat both.
That's
You want to
fair.
buy it?
Huh?
You want to buy it?
We can buy onlysushi.com.
For $5,000. Right. Hey, I'm gonna make it.
All right, guys, sponsor this podcast so we can buy onlysushi.com.
Yeah, onlysushi.com
we want to
sounds
buy
fucking awesome.
onlysushi.com.
I feel like it should be like a blog, a sushi blog.
I can make an offer. I'm just gonna offer him $15. If this says yes, I'll buy it.
Okay. Hey, we make an
Oh,
offer
awesome!
on
Onlysushi.com.
I can't wait till we get the.
shots.
I can't. Hey, yeah, we'll change it up. OnlyDeepThoughtsWhiskeyShots.com. That'd be funny. It should make a $15 offer. He's like, fuck it. It's been on the market for like 16 years. I just want to get
I'll
rid
do
of it.
25.
Okay. All right. That's
Whoa,
fair. That's
baller.
fair. That's fair. He wants 5,000. We'll offer
Here,
him 25.
send him a picture of this
So he knows we're not playing.
and a bottle of Black Valentina.
No. In the message, I'm just putting please.
There you go. See what happens.
Fuck it. Why not?
Damn, I'm trying
We
to
have a podcast link.
There you go. They send the link. Okay. Watch you become a fan. Just gives it to us.
All right, that'd be cool.
I'm trying to think if there's something like that. So the crazy one, it's not because I got sick, but I don't like eating Schlotzsky's because I remember one time we were eating Schlotzsky's and I ate
There's
a
a lot
chip.
of reasons to not eat Schlotzsky.
There's a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
But I remember I was eating a chip and for whatever reason I ate that bitch. I ate that bitch. So it was literally Doritos. I shouldn't want Doritos, but because the bag of Doritos came from Schlotzsky's, I don't eat Schlotzsky's no more.
He started having violent hallucinations.
It was one of those. No, it literally cracked. It literally cracked my tooth.
Whoa.
Like legit cracked
Wait.
my tooth in half like this because the chip because I ate it sideways like instead of eating it normal. I ate it like that.
Unironically, he needs some milk.
Uh-huh.
He needs fucking milk.
No,
Cow's
really,
a
what it
baby.
was is like it was a baby tooth, and I just and it just was ready to come out. But what's
Wow.
funny is I remember being so afraid of getting in trouble.
Wow.
Like, oh my god, I broke my tooth. Don't tell your parents. So I sat there with like a broken tooth in my mouth for like a week until it just eventually fell out. And they're like, "Why was it in 2 pieces?" Then I finally told them the story. Like, why the fuck didn't you tell us? We could have helped you out. And I was like, I didn't want to get in trouble.
You know, you could have also sued Slotchkis.
Sloshies, I'm coming for your ass. You
I mean,
like,
it's
what are
too
they
late,
worth?
baby.
Like, what are they worth? Like $15?
You can at least get 10.
I get $7.50. I'll be fair. I don't want.
I mean,
to
that's
go into
his.
this.
It's his. It's his.
What? Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's definitely one that was one that made me.
It's
real
chicken.
Sick.
Let me know if you trust my chicken.
Another one that made me real sick. I'm not gonna lie, was McDonald's breakfast on the way to a job site one day. I don't know if it had anything to
Really?
do with. Yeah, it was like one.
What'd you get?
The taquitos and the sausage biscuits or whatever.
That's
I
where
think
you
it was a
fucked
taquito.
up.
Bro, I had the shits all day long.
Taquitos and McDonald's? Nah, hell
The
no.
breakfast burritos. You know which ones I'm talking about?
Nope.
Yeah, McDonald's has breakfast burritos.
I don't fuck with those.
It's so fake. Like the eggs are fake. The cheese
I just
is
get
fake.
3
the-
McGriddles and I'm fine.
I just get the sausage biscuits, the fucking cheap shit. And I'm good. But
McGriddles with bacon.
there you go. But the fucking, but I don't do McDonald's in general because even the
Neither do
big
I.
chickens, like it started killing me, bro. Because I used to eat them like crazy because they were $1. You get like 3 of them and a drink for less than $5, and you know you're a broke ass high school kid. You know what I mean?
When I used to go to Diamond Gyms all the time, oh man,
He presents us bacon.
he just brought bacon.
Interesting.
I'm about to get down on this. Anyway, so whenever I used to go to Diamond Gyms all the time,
Used to.
yeah, well, I haven't gone in a very long time.
Marriage will change you, ladies and
Well, it's
gentlemen.
not even that. It's just like I
That's why I'm
decided.
scared of the gentlemen out there.
I just started getting healthier. Is all. Like I'm taking vitamins I'm taking HG1.
Oh God.
AG1, not HG1.
Oh, I'm about to say
sorry.
HG. Human
I'm
growth?
taking HGH,
Holy
baby.
shit, you're still
Oh
skinny.
yeah, I'm Coach Roarking this shit. I'm about to inject that shit between
Shout
my
out
toes.
Coach Roark.
Hell yeah.
Slap
Hope-
dicking around.
Hope you're not dead.
Yeah, for real. That was one of those coaches that was really fucking cool, man. Like he was. I think he's about to throw me a piece over here. I don't know what's going on. What is this? Oh, gave it to the dog. What an ass. What an ass. What is this? Cold bacon?
We're using on a podcast. Hello.
Microwavable bacon.
Ew.
Oh, interesting.
Can I make one statement?
Sure.
You know that cheese you got me?
Yeah,
I paired it with this.
paired it. Listen to this asshole.
Well, no, I did. And everybody has that weird, like, euphoric moment when you realize you found a taste and where it's coming from. I now know that they use this shit at Sonic
You ready
for
for
their
this?
bacon burgers.
You ready for this shit? Have you ever had like a good smoked Gouda with an apple slice, like a Fuji apple?
No, but I will now.
You know what?
Same thing. Look, you know what, baby? We all need to get together. We'll have some cheese, some charcuterie, a fucking wine thing. I know we got the table here.
We have a podcast.
That's true.
We have the platform.
We have a podcast.
And man, it's my favorite thing to do. My mom got me into that shit. Cheese and wines and like fucking apples and grapes. She was like, you should try cheese with the fucking apple there. And I'm like, okay, bite. Oh my fucking God.
Makes me think
why is this so good?
The way y'all describe it makes me think of the Ratatouille thing where he's like,
It's
"No, he's-
literally
I
that.
did
I
this,
love
ate 'em
Ratatouille.
together.
God damn it.
That was his favorite movie for the longest time.
That's kind of one of my favorite movies too.
Ratatouille?
Yeah,
That's your favorite
that and
Pixar?
The Incredibles.
Incredibles is good. Monsters Inc. is good.
Monsters Inc. is good.
Yeah. I can't say that Disney Pixar have a lot of misses, to be honest with you. Like,
Not really. They're all kind of really fucking good. It's just kind of a matter of where you place them in that whole thing.
Top three, real fast, go.
Top three of what? Disney?
Disney Pixar, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be any individual. It could be a series. So, like, if you say Toy Story, it could be just Toy Story.
What was the one? Coco.
Coco.
I fucking love Coco.
Number
Fuck,
one or
that
number
was
three?
so sad. What?
One or three?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about top three.
Oh,
You going 3 and 1 or 1, 3?
Ooh, that's probably number one.
Coco? Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That's a good one.
I really
Especially
like
for
that
you,
one.
being a espada.
Dude, yeah, I saw a lot of my family in that whole fucking thing.
Same reason why I have
Like-
same reason why I have Brave on my list, because it's about like Irish,
That's a good
Scottish,
one.
fucking.
That's a real good one.
That's probably like number three or two on mine. But I like it because it's anything that relates to you on a cultural level. You're like,
Oh, hey, I know
agree.
what that is. Wow.
Yeah, cool. Hey, I get this. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
So Coco, that's a good one. I like it. It's not my top three, but I like that one for sure.
Yeah,
What's
I really like that one. It
What's
actually
that
made me go, oh,
yeah.
damn.
The funniest part about that one though is that the fucking abuelita or whatever holding on to the grudge for all those years, and it's
God
just
damn,
like,
that's fucking sad.
and it's just like being married to a Latina woman. It's just like, yep, like, yeah.
So that lady was my grandma Alice.
I think that's
Like,
many,
I met
many
her.
people's grandmas.
Like, and then I also met my great grandmother. Whenever she was like, and I'm like, oh,
I remember chocolate.
Yeah, I was literally like a little baby, and the only
Yeah.
reason I know this is because I've seen a picture. Hey, look, do you see that little pink thing? That's you, and that's your great grand. And she looks like I think I'm pretty sure that's Native American
Excuse me.
blood, but
Yep.
she's got the oval face, strong jaw, thick hair,
Okay.
and she's yeah, brother,
La croque shit.
La Crocs.
Le croque bullshit.
Ooh,
So Spencer,
the power of the producer.
we're saying top three Disney Pixar movies. Give me one on your list. He said Coco. I said fucking Brave. What do you got?
Monsters Inc.
What, number one or number three?
One.
All right, yeah.
I'll
I've
go
done
1, 2, 3. Monsters Inc. Ratatouille. Recently, I've been swayed Inside Out.
All right, well, you fucking ruined it because we were going down the goddamn list.
Oh,
Anyways, what's your number two? Ratatouille is good.
Number 3 is my Ratatouille.
Number 3
No,
is your
wait, Ratatouille is my number 3. Woo!
Yeah, there you go.
Number 3 is my Ratatouille.
I like Ratatouille, but I'm not going to put it on my list just for the sake since you
I love that movie. I'm a chef, bro. I love that fucking shit.
hold on. I know I've said
Ratatouille's
something
great.
about this on here. It's so fucking easy. They can make a sequel. It'd be Ratatouille.
Yeah. Disney, call us. You got to
Just
pay us
like
for
it's
that
so
idea.
simple.
And
They
he
can do it.
And it's like a whole art. It's like Willard, but they're all controlling different chefs, and they're just making.
No. It's an Iron
teaches all the other
Chef
rats.
competition across the world. That's what it would be.
Oh yeah, there you go. But they got
Oh.
Disney,
Dog
call us,
Disney.
motherfucker,
Disney.
call us.
Like,
Trademarked.
They're sitting on nothing like that.
Guys, we gotta hurry up and put this episode out there
Ring,
so we
ding,
can say
ding,
we have it up
motherfucker.
there.
I know I said something about this.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of that. Like Toy Story is always hits for me. I like all the Toy Stories, and that was one of those ones I've watched so much.
3 was the last one I'll ever watch.
4, I ain't seen 4 yet, but yeah, up to 3. I like Toy Story, so Toy Story is on my top 3 list. So I got Brave and Toy Story, and then no particular order really, because I can't. And then probably The Incredibles. I love The Incredibles. The Incredibles is up there.
I'm taking it.
That's my number 2.
See, Inside Out is that's like number 4. Like that's like right there,
That's a
but
stupid good 4. But
I like
Incredibles.
both of them.
All the score, the music score on The Incredibles is incredible.
Oh yeah,
I like Up.
Up is good too.
Up
It's
is
really
sad
good.
as fuck.
For the first 5 minutes, calm
Dude,
down.
it starts off hard as fuck.
Well, so is
It does.
Wall-E.
Oh, yeah.
Wally's sad. all the way
Wall-E,
through,
I
though.
forgot about Wall-E.
Yeah, that's a top 5 one, but Wall-E is definitely a sad movie too. But see, what's crazy about Wall-E is like, even though they put movies like that out there, people still seem like we're going towards that future of just sitting in the chair and fucking being dictated by AI and all that shit. Like that's what they want. Like,
And then fucking David Goggins runs by. Stay hard,
bitch. David Goggins.
You don't know who David Goggins is? Look
He's
up,
the
look
dude,
up
he was
David
like-
Goggins on Mars.
Dude, okay, legit. David
that shit up.
Hold on, Spencer. Legit, David Goggins is probably like one of the most superhuman people that live on this planet.
He's a bad motherfucker.
The guy was 320 pounds, and then because people told him he couldn't make it into the Marines something, he wanted to be like a special forces something Marine. They told him he would never do it. He lost like 160 pounds over one summer or some crazy shit.
Aircraft controller.
Some shit, whatever. And then it was like some high rank, and then like he's a guy that he literally ran for what 24 hours straight or some crazy shit. He ran for 24 hours. He did pull-ups for 24 hours straight.
He has the pull-up record.
I actually don't
in
want to
one
look
go.
him up. I want to keep this image of him in my mind. I don't
Okay.
want to see what he looks like.
He's like a.
What's he look like in your mind?
Yeah.
Well, I did roll a 19 to be racist.
Woo, shit.
He's a black man.
He is black.
He is a black man. Super in shape. But the crazy thing is like, so this guy is like so tough and
Be
superhuman.
wary, he'll get you.
His whole thing is don't
You can't
be a bitch.
outrun him.
I forget we're recording.
Yep. his whole thing is about don't be a bitch. So like they're saying his doctors are basically like he's got knee on knee or bone on bone knees, and he still goes and does these like marathons and triathlons and like he literally did 24 straight hours of pull-ups, Spencer. Like it's some crazy and he didn't like his rest was hanging, and then we'll go back to doing pull-ups. It's not like he let go, went and did something. He literally
Yeah. La 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 la. Okay, let me crank out about 5 or 6 more. All right.
hang there.
La,
I think
la.
I think he gave himself like 30-second or a minute breaks to get like a drink of water and go take a piss type shit. Like he legit just kept going for 24 straight hours. Same thing with the running. He did
I
like
would take that time to masturbate.
30 seconds. That's all it takes.
I mean, you go. Do you not understand what gooning is?
But then you run your understandably.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry. I've broken the producer. I'm sorry.
But doesn't that make your stamina weak when you're trying to hang there? If you've already gooned off, then you're not focused.
Well, okay, look, no.
Have you not seen The Wolf of Wall Street? Them some rookie numbers.
7, 8
All right,
times
look,
a
man.
day.
All right, look, no. You get very, very close and you stop, and that's where you're fucking like,
That's
yeah, you fucking,
just edge your testosterone.
you fucking fight the Satsui no Hado, and you're like, yeah,
Go in
ah.
there, do 50.
There you go. That's where it's at. That's exactly what
exactly
you're
what
fighting
happens
right
when you
there.
edge
You
it,
fight
yeah.
the monkey brain, and then you hold off, and then you rest, and then you do it again.
God, I'd be so frustrated.
And then you know what
because
happens whenever you get to the sex?
you explode in 1 second.
You one punch man with your fucking semen. And they're like 5 miles away, and guess what? No cleanup because they're 5 miles away.
You're pregnant, bitch.
I have time.
Not my problem. Yeah. What would be a challenge?
It's a skill.
So what would be like your record challenge you think you could do?
What do you mean?
Like if there was something you think like could be your thing, what do you think it could be that you could, like if you could try to break a world record?
Hot dogs.
Eating hot dogs?
No.
Man, that's
Actually,
I'm
no.
about to say that skinny Japanese guy.
Ugh.
Actually, the American came back
Ooh.
and won it. So
Man.
America, fuck yeah.
Probably shooting.
Something with something like
Something
long
shooting crazy,
distance
long
or
distance. Yeah,
accuracy.
it'd probably be long distance.
So you want the longest shot?
Yeah,
That's interesting. That's good.
I'd like to shoot fucking 2.5 miles.
That's crazy. That'd be fucking insane, dude. From 2.5 miles, somebody wouldn't even know. They'd be mowing the lawn.
Hey, Papa told us about that.
Well, no, yeah,
They
that's true.
shoot like from a mile and a half away.
And that's what them old
Sniper.
school.
That's fucking
Vietnam-
gnarly. Oh shit.
He's like, yeah, I'd have to like aim about 15, 20 feet above their head so we get them right in the eye. I was like, oh, okay. This is
Yeah,
cool.
apparently our grandfather
that's
was
what
a
I'm
bad
working on
motherfucker.
is making a bolt gun that can
Okay.
shoot out to a mile out. Because
Well,
I was
see-
talking to one of the gunsmiths and he shot a mile out. He's like, you need this, you need that, you need that, but of course you could just get this and work on it. I'm like, that's what I plan on doing.
Oh, what's crazy to me is that you hear about these dudes that like don't have all these equipment, don't have all this state of the art technology in their guns, and they still hit these shots from like miles and miles. Like,
Dude,
well,
it's like the difference of having a really good fucking sledgehammer and smashing a wall, or you got the fucking
Small handle.
Yeah,
yeah, I
exactly.
feel you. That's a good point.
you got the small one. You got the small handle that was $5 from Harbor Freight,
or you got the big fucking 55.
and it's made out of a
pound,
fucking
yeah.
alloy, and not one full fucking iron hammer or a stone or a steel stone.
Steel stone?
Steel. No, I meant to say steel.
Yeah,
You get it.
Yeah, he gets it.
Raw cooked chicken right there.
Yeah, that's. I think for me, like I've said it many times. I want to break the 90-year-old bench press record, just because I think that's it. I
I
think
had to be 90 first, too.
Yeah, I gotta
James
make
is
it
gonna
that
be
way.
that asshole that shows up every year. Oh, what? A new record for every year? All right, I'll be back. I'll see you next year, boys.
179.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for real.
Suck it, Jim.
Well, like, because I saw the record, I remember this is like just how fucking naive and competitive I was when I was like 15, 16. But like the guy that broke the record at 90.
Oh, just at 15 and 16.
Yeah, still nowadays, too. Some things don't change. But like it was funny. So like I remember listening to the radio and they were talking about like the guy broke the record and he used like the compression shirt and the bands and the gloves. So I'm like cheating asshole.
I don't count that. That's cheating.
But-
You should.
Unfortunately, though, they let some of these bitches that do that shit where they arc their back and be like, I bench pressed 300 pounds and I'm only 85. Like, bitch, you didn't do nothing but barely lift it off the rack. Yeah, no, not even. It's the ones that are like, you're like, that's not bench pressing, asshole.
It is embarrassing. I am small man and bench press better than you.
Exactly my
I'm
point,
finally
comrade.
seeing that at the
But-
gym. It just kind of makes me giggle sometimes.
I think the 90-year-old man did like 185, and I was like, I do that one-handed in my fucking sleep.
It's crazy because I've always been taught, hey, keep your back on the fucking bench.
That's what I was like. I'm not gonna lie. Like I remember being so pissed off, like when I was such a gym rat, because like you'd see guys go in there, and you look at them, you're like, this nerdy motherfucker, and they just be loading it up. And like I'm so competitive, I'm like, all right, I gotta see this shit because there ain't no way he does this bench the right way at 500 pounds. And then you look at the guy, and it's like your arms are smaller than like your dick. Like there's no way you do this shit. And then you see them, and they put the pad on the chest, and then they put the pad under their back, and then they're fucking arched way over here like they're trying to get some dude to suck their dick or something. And then they're like, you're like, bitch, that's not bench pressing. Like that's just fucking lifting the bar barely. Like, and I was such an asshole that I'd be like, hey, can I jump in a set and then just do it legit? Like just
Would you like to know the equivalent that I see at the range?
people using like super sights and
Hey.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Like this?
Oh no, that's just being a douchebag.
No, it's just people who go to like an indoor range that's 15 yards and they have like these fucking red dots with magnifiers and they
Yeah,
can't.
what are you working on?
And they still can't hit the broadside of a bar and they're not really working on anything. They're just there and it's like, dog, what are you doing?
Like I'm not against like obviously you want to
Like,
get
good job on the gear, equipment, and stuff like that. It's obvious you have money.
Yeah,
but
cool.
boy, you need more training.
And like, look, maybe it's just growing up in like a poor background or whatever, where it's like you learn how to do it with nothing, so you have to. Once you get the good shit, it just makes it easier. Yeah, like these
Quiet
guys.
down there.
These guys, shit like this. Like, what are you
What
doing?
is- what
Like,
is that?
He's bouncing it off his belly, and then yells.
Oh my god! I can't believe I've cradled a 5,000-pound baby.
But my biggest problem is all his boys,
Sorry.
all his boys in the background hyping him up too. It's like somebody needs to tell this man you ain't doing shit. Like, at some
Yeah.
point, somebody's got to be his friend and tell him you really ain't doing nothing.
Me, I'll tell you that. Man, that was weak.
Yeah.
And then,
But
me, I tell him that all the time.
yeah, even though he knows he couldn't do half of what I do.
That's true. I still work out with him though.
Who tried?
I try to.
Oh.
Every time it takes me a couple weeks to recover though. Like, oh, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, that's one of those pet peeves I hate. Like, oh, wide Putin
Oh shit! I recognize the noise.
gets wider and wider.
I hope you guys can hear it. Otherwise, we're just fucking.
Oh, they can't.
Otherwise, it just looks.
Oh,
stupid.
they can.
No, they can't. Keep talking.
I
We're having a
can't.
white
We're
phone.
having
This
that.
is more for y'all than them.
So you need to add this fucking shit to the things
No.
that
No.
add white people to crunkness.
Oh, that. Tell me to do more work.
No, don't do more work. Do less work.
I actually suggest.
I care about your time, sort of.
I actually suggest we start live streaming these because they'll already be edited.
No, true.
Just a
That's
thought.
very true.
Just a thought. We just can't, say.
That's a
anything.
different metric too. Damn, he fucking hit that fucking patch.
Cabbage patch this motherfucker.
Well, you aren't doing the feet, so there's no cabbage going on.
I
so
was
you just
doing
have
it.
patch.
No, I was. I can't see under the table.
Yeah,
Patch.
the cabbage is the feet because it's touching the ground.
Can we
and
kill the
patch
background
is the-
music, Spencer? We don't need this shit the entire time. It's hard to hear.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, but not the whole time. Then I came in here to see that. And it's just God, Putin's so wide.
Now what? Jesus,
Oh.
he just gets wider.
It's
What were we
wider
talking
and
about? Fuck, why Putin ruins my memory.
wider. He does that to everybody. No, we were talking about just some of the shit that's like. So you're talking about like I'm one of those people that believe you have to do things the hard way without the extra equipment, and then once you get good, then you get the extra attachments type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Same way, because once you see me on a field of battle with the shit that I've got, or the shit that they give you,
yeah.
whatever, I'm gonna be like, woohoo, yay, watch this. Beep, 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 beep,
While you're
beep,
like, this doesn't have my ECOG sky.
man,
red
I
up
fucking
on
hate
it."
this, but at least I worked on my index. Boop, 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 boop. Like,
I mean, it's like with anything though. Like, if you don't just do it the right way, even if you look like a fucking fool. Like, so many people in like weightlifting and stuff like that, they want to fucking ego lift, and it's like, dude, you're not there yet. That's fine. Just
so we
build
do have the
yourself up.
same thing. Work for it.
Yeah, just earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
exactly.
I'd rather like it's like this because like I've had like for an example like I've had offers to get my AC license and stuff like that for free, or I'll take your test or this and that. And my mindset is like, that's cool to get the quick money. But then once I'm facing a situation I don't know how to answer that, then I look like a fucking idiot.
And then I lose my license.
And then I lose everything. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
So
I get it.
That's one of those things. It's always like I want to be able to actually know what I'm talking about before anything.
Yeah, because I don't want to be one of those guys that's just like talking out of my ass.
No, for sure.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
What are y'all doing now?
Well, that's for
we're
the
kinda talking out
podcast.
of
We
our
talk out
ass.
our ass, but that's not the
But
point.
that's like leaning into some shit.
So
But in reality, if you're dealing with me, like if we're doing straight business,
yeah, no, there's a difference.
like,
And that's one of the things too that I think is crazy, that in the difference of generations, like to be able to separate, like, okay, for example, like I thought my kids just made dumb fucking noises and stuff like that. Then you see them around other kids and like, oh, they're cool kids. Everybody just makes these dumb fucking noises and they all get along like
damn,
that.
I'd
Like,
be fucking cool as shit.
no, dude, like we as dumb as the shit that we do at times. It's not anything compared to some of these. I mean, these kids be yelling "skibbity" and "fuck Ohio," and you're like, I don't understand what's going on.
It's always been
Like,
Ohio.
yeah, but like, why? No, it wasn't. It never Ohio. It was always Detroit. Our generation's fucking city was Detroit.
It's always been Ohio.
Has it? I don't think so.
Shitty city was Detroit.
It's a meme.
Our city.
It's a meme.
I don't think
It's
so,
the
bro.
no, the meme that I'm referencing
No.
is the astronaut that's looking like they're on the moon, right?
Right.
And one guy's looking down. He's like, "Whoa, it's all Ohio," and the United States.
Always has been.
The United States is just Ohio.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like it's the United States, but it says Ohio.
It says Ohio.
Yeah, and then the second one is like with a 1911 right to the back of his head. It always has been.
It's always has been
Shoots
Ohio.
him.
But like our
It's
generation.
my favorite meme.
But our generation, it was like go to Detroit, like that was like the shitty city, or like Florida man. You know what I mean? Like those are the two things that we kind of had. Like,
Detroit, Fort Lauderdale,
yeah, Florida man. Yeah, you know. And then like now, but
St. Louis,
St. Louis. Yeah.
San Francisco, Compton.
So I say that to bring in this because so the world's getting fucking crazier and crazier, right?
Yeah.
And like everybody's trying to get a side hustle. That's why we try to do this. Hopefully one day it'll be a good little side hustle for us. And
Yeah, not to mention the OnlyFans. Can't forget about that.
the only sushi. It's on its way.
Also, Only Sushi.
OnlySushi.com on its way.
TBD, bro. TBD.
Did we get a response?
Yep, told me to fuck off.
Nice. We've been told to fuck off for OnlySushi.com, but we'll get there.
Well, never mind. We have the TBD. It is never.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
They rejected our offers for 25. We're putting an offer in for 35. We'll see. How
Did you send him feet pics?
Why?
Because we want him to know what we're doing here.
Would you like these piggies?
Yes.
I'd take pictures of those motherfuckers and put them on the fans.
That's weird.
I can say whatever I want. Hey, you know how like.
I'm talking strictly business. It doesn't do nothing.
Hold
for
on.
me.
Spencer,
I ain't a
we're
guy.
missing a golden opportunity in feet pics here, sir.
Okay.
Both me and you have ginormous feet. I'm a size 13. You're like a 12 or 13. You look at the porn industry, they want to have stepsisters and mom and sister. What about dual brother feet pics?
Incest for the win.
For the money.
I know you're joking, but stop. That's
I'm
disgusting.
joking until some old fucking rich
Look,
lady goes, I'll
we
give
can
you a
mix
bill.
lotion and water and throw it on your feet and make it look real, but it's not real.
Well, I didn't say we had to get that far.
This is how we get to moral
I'm
compromises.
actually uncomfortable, please.
Yeah, I love it.
He's
Yes.
uncomfortable.
Moral compromises. Let's
Okay.
hear them.
So not only do we do the...
not real?
Not only
Okay,
do we
I'm
do
sorry.
the lotion and water thing, but then we
Pushing it.
also add a little bit of oatmeal to make it look chunky.
Oh, please stop.
I made them both uncomfortable.
No, you didn't make me uncomfortable. You just added more things to my. I never thought to add oatmeal to it. It's just, oh god.
There you go. And a little red dyed 90 to make it.
Okay, that
Now it's uncomfortable.
That is just- you need to go to the doctor.
It's a big 2-5. I think we're done here.
You said what?
You made it to the big 2-5. I think we're done here.
The big
2-5.
2-5.
25. Episode 25.
Yep.
Oh,
This might be the last one.
this
so
is
we're gonna make it count.
25. It's done. We've
think
made
this would
it
be
a quarter
24,
century.
25, yeah.
Fuck you guys. We're finished.
Anyways, let's get to the point.
I'm
here.
strictly
So,
doing feet pics on OnlyFans.
Blade.
We're on our way.
Let's, new bit.
We're on our way.
New bit.
New bit.
So-
yeah, bit.
So-
that's
There's
real.
There's nothing that's a
That's
bit.
real.
New
Yeah.
bit, please.
It's
No
real.
bit.
Anyway,
Being
next.
serious.
So the world's getting
Freaking
crazy.
him out over here.
Yeah, love it. He's just mad because he'll have to manage the accounts when we're making all the money from these.
You don't have to.
ginormous
I already got
feet.
the. I mean, yeah, we have to make it.
I just hate feet stuff. That's so fucking.
Spencer loves feet stuff. Send in your feet stuff, ladies. All right. Anyways,
Drop it in the comments, please.
check me out.
Show feet.
He also wants to know. So did you see the shit about the? So everybody got a side hustle and stuff like that. And one of the side hustles amongst from feet pics and only sushi is that DoorDash, right? It's a pretty popular side hustle. A lot of people doing that shit. Seems like it'd be fairly safe for the most part, right? Well, if I had to think of a threat of DoorDash, it would be getting shot by the people you're dropping it off to, or at people's houses, right?
That are getting robbed by people.
But you wouldn't expect it to be someone who works in the restaurant that you go to get the food off the little cart for, right?
What? What happened?
Exactly. So in North Carolina, this 25-year-old man decided that he fucking was frustrated with his DoorDash driver and shot this other 25-year-old man right then and there on the spot and then fled the scene.
That's a spicy bitch ass.
That's a spicy bitch ass.
Do it. Yeah! I saw him moving as soon as I fucking said it.
That's one of those ones that is definitely like, that is kind of a bitch. Like, obviously, who knows? The story might come out later that this guy was like fucking his wife and there was a whole backstory to the anger. But from the way the story read, it just literally was like, hey, you drive DoorDash? Yeah. Bang! It's just like, what the fuck? Like, that's just so crazy to me. That's like if your pizza delivery man got there 5 minutes late. Hey, man.
So, okay, mentioning that with that petty ass bullshit with a gun.
Yeah.
Before you go doing that shit, you know what? Blade's goon advice for tonight.
Yeah.
If you're feeling frustrated and don't know what to fucking do, go be secluded for a little bit, bust a nut, get that post-nut clarity, and then you'll understand.
And that leads to James's man tip of the day. If you're feeling depressed, get some rest. Eat some pancakes, jack off. Everything will be a little bit better.
He was Dr. Seuss there for a minute. And
Yeah, I couldn't think of a rhyme for
Hey,
jack off.
Dr. Seuss!
Jack off, so you can jack off. Yeah. I'm Dr.
Yeah.
You're off
Seuss.
your shits today, man.
Huh?
You're off your shits today.
Me?
You got the
Is that a
shits
good
in.
thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
I don't know,
A
I'm
little
just
bit of both.
chilling. I don't have to feel.
Yeah, either way. But yeah, so that's one of those things, like, man, like, it's kind of, the world's getting to the point where it's like, I'm not saying that, obviously, don't be protective and keep yourself safe and all that shit, because everything goes crazy, but, like, what are we doing when we're at the point now where we're shooting DoorDash drivers? And you work at McDonald's. Like, look, man, neither one of y'all's lives has clearly gone the way you planned. You don't have to shoot the motherfucker over it. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's just insane.
I'll be completely honest, though. Like George Washington said, you stay strapped or get clapped, man.
Now, this is what George Washington
He
said.
did, maybe.
In his first presidential election, I believe.
Second, maybe.
No, it was a speech for the first one.
That's pretty sure.
He said, "Hear he, stay strapped, get clapped."
Or whenever he was like, guys, we're gonna go across there and kill those fucking buttons.
They were like, only a real retard would go across the Delaware River. At
He knows what I'm
Christmas.
talking about. This motherfucker likes the same people I like.
Shankulus, shout out.
Yeah, that's crazy. He drinks a lot.
He
I
does
love him
drink a
for
lot.
that.
Thank God we did have that giant fucking redheaded retard though, because otherwise, who knows what would have happened. We're crossing the Delaware! Like, whoa, bro, chill the fuck out. Like, Jesus Christ.
I forgot what the actual topic was.
I don't know. It doesn't even matter at this point. Oh, just the craziness of like, so listen, like, the same people that, you know, like, if you think about all the crazy shit that's happened in the last month, first off, Donald Trump almost gets shot, gets clipped in the ear.
Twice.
Twice. The healthcare CEO gets shot and murdered, which, you know, hey, fuck all y'all.
Which is wild.
But it's still wild, you know what I'm saying? And then, which unfortunately also brought our boy Breloom in Pokemon. He's been dragged down in the dirt for this shit, which is crazy. And then,
Breloom?
yeah, because
Hey, you wanna
Breloom,
switch?
For what?
I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Oh,
again.
sure.
he's taking another pee break. He got little baby bladders.
Hell yeah!
You got
I've
a
been
little-
drinking all day.
Got little baby bladders.
I've been drinking all day.
Nice. But no, and I don't know if you know, but that Luigi, whatever dude's name is, the guy that shot the CEO, in his Twitter bio, for whatever reason, he had, well, not for whatever reason, he had a Breloom picture. And then if you take Breloom's Pokemon Index, which is 286, and put it to a Bible verse, it's basically one day the poor will uprise and kill the rich or some shit like that. So he was so psychotic in his way of thinking that he posted that as a picture to reference the Bible verse about the rich or getting destroyed by the poor or whatever.
That's some like, I'm gonna make this, HH66, Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, some crazy shit.
Like,
Right. Right.
Speaking of Adolf Hitler, do you remember when Michael Jordan had the fucking Hitler mustache?
Yeah, that lasted for like half a season, and then they quickly had to get rid of that shit. Yeah, that's when he was trying to grow out the trademark stash for 98, 99.
I feel like that was a perfect segue into this.
Nice.
Oh, what was the Adolf Hitler thing, by the way? I was peeing.
No, he was just talking about like just. So the thing is like the guy that killed the CEO, he put a picture of Breloom, which Pokemon Index is 286. If you look at Bible verse 286 or
Yep.
something like that, it's like basically the poor will eat the rich or the poor will destroy the rich and change the world. And it's just one of them things that like now all of a sudden like the beloved Pokemon Breloom is attached to this shitty fucking story and everything. It is kind of funny to think about.
I wonder if they'll do some like fan art of that Pokemon.
With a sniper rifle.
Not even that. In the same coat and hoodie.
Oh, yeah,
And with
sure.
the pistol.
Have you seen?
Oh shit.
Who shot Kennedy? What's his name? Lee Harvey Oswald.
Lee Harvey
Yeah.
Oswald.
Have you seen
Supposedly.
the picture?
And
of the
plus some
fur-
other motherfuckers.
It's a fan art of a furry guiding Lee Harvey Oswald's hand to. I gotta. find
As if
it.
he's like Jesus taking the wheel.
Yes.
Oh
That's
my
fucking
God, that's
awesome.
fucking
Oh my god.
Nothing bad ever happens to a Kennedy.
Never.
Never.
I've got a hot wife and my sister is in the fucking loony bin. We
fuck.
lobotomized my sister.
We fuck these secretaries. Yes.
Bill Clinton learned it from us.
You know, speaking of Pokemon going down the dark hole, did you see that they took Typhlosion and they made him a rapist?
Wow.
Yeah, that actually happened.
Yeah,
Apparently,
they had a leak.
Yeah, there was apparently in the original Game Freak whatever, it was Typhlosion was supposed to be based off this creature that could change its appearance to look like a human being. And according into the backstory of the story that never got released, he changed into a human being, married a woman, and had a kid. And
So
Very-
he was Zeus.
more or less, but Pokemon,
So he was just Zeus.
Pokemon Zeus, yeah.
He's like, wow, I want to fuck that cow. I'm
That's
a cow.
good. I'm a cow now.
Banging a cow. And then now you have like fucking
All right,
Centaur.
Degenerate Extraordinaire, you bring me to another subject, another question.
Yay!
If you had the ability to change into any species, what's the first thing you're trying to go fuck? Can't be a human being.
You've
Oh.
already had this conversation.
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Yes.
I'll do it again.
I think it was episode 9.
Fuck it, watch it again and then tell me I'm wrong. But answer the fucking question. What's the first animal you're going to fuck, Blade? Answer the goddamn question. And it's not bestiality because you could turn into that animal, so it's perfectly straight.
Anglerfish.
So that's just basically jacking off on a pile, though. I mean, you're not actually fucking.
Well, they look different down there.
I mean, no, but I mean, they lay
Well,
the
what they
eggs
actually
and then you
do is like the female is the one with
Absorbs
the
them.
fucking thing, and then the male is the little one that comes up and is like, "Hey, well, that's what's up," bite, and then like you become part of it, and that's how they get the fucking semen because you're
Yeah,
part
they
of it.
absorb you, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like that's why you see some of the anglerfish that look like they have a second face, and eventually it'll go away. So like the male's genomes will be completely absorbed by the female. It's crazy.
Those are typically little frilly
Yeah.
things on the bottom.
It's males that are trying to breed with them. Yeah, that's a crazy one.
I like deep sea fucking things. That's cool.
That's interesting. They just want to be absorbed.
The
yeah.
next thing would probably be a koala, even though I would get syphilis.
Well, you'd also have it, so you know.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter, and I would
Yeah.
just like to be called a drop bear.
Okay.
So,
That's right.
you know.
And what's your
that'd
third
be
pick?
cool. Probably dolphin,
Have some dolphin sex.
because it's guaranteed. Because I know that a lot of dolphins, the males, commit infanticide because they don't know they're not putting out, right?
Yeah. Hey,
And-
bitch! I need some
yeah,
sex.
exactly. And so, like,
To the baby.
that's what females do. They go around and fuck all the males, right? And then whenever they have a male or a baby, I mean, not a male, but a baby, all the males think that it's theirs, and
yeah.
they don't fucking kill it
Because
they think, oh, yeah, that's probably mine because we definitely fucked.
So dolphins and human beings, the only species.
It's kind of like the
acceptable
reverse.
whores.
You like they're intelligent, but they accept their babies in reverse. You know what I mean? Like
It's
we
a
were like,
whore
ah,
baby.
hell no, that ain't mine. You fucked all these dudes.
So, does that mean that every dolphin has father issues? Because it doesn't know its actual
they
dad.
definitely.
Is
have
there a
issues.
deep sea Maury?
Every single dolphin that is born is basically Rorschach from The Watchmen.
I don't think you hear me, Blade. Do you think when they're sick during the day and they miss daytime school and they're watching daytime dolphin
Wheel of
Maury
Fortune.
They're watching daytime fucking Price is Right.
and they switch it to the daytime Jerry Springer? Yeah, Jerry, I fucked all them dolphins. And then you ain't the dad. You know all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fucking please, next one. I'm drinking for that. Jesus
All right, well,
Christ, I hate that.
This will be our
Dolphins, bro.
This will be our last
It's
drink.
been an hour and a half.
Yeah, this is our last drink. Pour me up a quick little shot so we can top this off, everybody. So, as always, we appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that bullshit. Thank you once again for putting up with our shit. And again, two jackasses, grain of salt. Don't take anything we say seriously, because we don't either.
Or do, we'll make fun of you.
I mean, pussy.
I'll make fun of you.
And then, you know, as always, we love you with consent. From Snoop on the Stoop. Bye.
Kitheth. Oh god, we gotta push buttons. Oh.
Oh, no. Ah.